Good morning, students. I am Kamalnath and I am going to teach you English in this session of video. I have already sent you the first video of this week, and that was the introduction of the chapter of the writer, chapter 12, the play by William Shakespeare. I am sure you must have seen that, and you must have learned everything that was introduced about the beginning of the play. This is the play that is an extract from a comedy of Shakespeare, that is A Midsummer Night's Dream, very popular comedy of William Shakespeare. Here we are going to start from this Gulmohar book, the play, and as you know, this rehearsal is taking place in the forest, as I have already explained you in the earlier just part of the session. Here, you know all that there are two sides of the characters. One who is performing the rehearsal in the forest, and the other team is of the fairies. These artisans, those who are performing the rehearsals, are quite unknown. From the fairy team, that is Oberon, the king of fairies, Titania, the queen, the Puck, who is here handyman, the servant. Let us see here, this here, the beginning of the play, that is here in Act 3, scene first, in that one part, here, first page. Here bottom asks if they are all gathered, means if they all, the artists, those who are going to participate in the rehearsal, were present there, they all had gathered. Queen's replies in affirmation on the dot. It is a very convenient place for their rehearsal. That was very comfortable, very just a spacious here place in the forest. It was the open part of the forest, and so they chose that part to perform the rehearsal. The green plot shall be their stage. The green plot was there only. They just decided to use that as the stage where they were going to perform the rehearsal. And the thickest of the hawthorn bushes, that hawthorn bushes is what here, a kind of a thorny bush that is here, or plant, that is what here in the forest there, so that they thought that they could just use that part as their retiring room or green room, where they could really just change their dress, decorate themselves to be the part of the rehearsal. Okay. So as a retiring house or green just here room, they decided, and they shall rehearse the play as they are supposed to do. It before Theseus. They are going to perform this here before Theseus, the Duke of Athens. Theseus was the Duke of Athens, and they were going to perform the rehearsal in front of Theseus. So let us see here what happened, how the story proceeds and progresses. The drama that is here in the story, the play. Bottom worries that there are things in the story of Pyramus and Thisbe that will not work on a stage. There were some problems. He expresses his concern for that it was not possible to perform there. What were that problems? Hindrance they could face there. Pyramus must draw a sword. That was what the part of that story. Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself. It is sure to upset the ladies. The ladies, who were the audience there, could not really just tolerate that they had seen. So it was sure to upset the ladies in the audience. Starveling. The other here, just a part, the character of the play says that they must leave the killing out. This here part that was of the rehearsal of killing, it should be removed from that play. That would be better. But bottom says that he has a plan. He has another plan. What bottom suggested? Someone must write a prologue. What's prologue? That is introduction. Before we do something, we give introduction of something. So that is what here, prologue. So he suggested someone must write a prologue which will explain that they shall do no harm with their swords. That introduction would inform the audience that there would be no harm done with that sword. Okay, with their swords. And that Pyramus is not really killed. This was what to be here informed in the prologue. Pyramus is not really killed. And to assure them even further, tell them that he is not really Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. That should be mentioned in the prologue they suggested. This will set their minds at rest. Next, Snout wonders. As you know, these are our characters here of this here rehearsal, the drama that they are going to rehearse. Next, Snout wonders if the ladies might be afraid of the lion. That was what here one part of the lion. So if the ladies would be afraid of the lion, Thisbe meets a lion also. Okay, lion while she is waiting for Pyramus. Thisbe meets a lion while she is waiting for Pyramus. So that is also a scene of a lion. Bottom agrees that they must think about what they should do, since it would be terrible to bring in a lion, the most frightening of all wild beasts among the ladies. So what was done here later? Let us see here. Snout suggests that another prologue must explain that he is not a lion. Again, Snout suggested that there will be again another here prologue. That will be an introduction written. And that will explain the audience, the ladies, that he is not a lion, but Bottom. Okay, Bottom was going to play the role of lion. But Bottom says that the actor playing the lion must show his face through the costume and speak to the ladies, assuring them, making them assured that he is not really lion, but Snug, the carpenter. Snug was playing the role of carpenter. Carpenter was playing the role of Snug. So he told that he should really must show the costume. And in this way he would speak the ladies that he was not really lion, but he was Snug. Okay, a character. Okay, and that role was played by carpenter. Let's proceed towards here the development of the story, what takes place in the next part of the drama. After that, Queens points out two more difficulties. What are that here difficulties, hindrance that is coming on the way of their rehearsal? The first is to bring the moonlight into the stage. Moonlight, how moonlight could be brought? For the story, okay, says that Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight. This was in the part of that was the part of the story, that they are meeting, okay, by the moonlight. The actors look in the almanac. Okay, almanac. What is that almanac? Almanac is actually the calendar which shows everything about the activities, date, time, what is going to happen and when, all that here. So the actors look in the almanac and find that the moon will shine on the night of the play. Moon was going to shine at the night only of the play. So they decide to leave a window open. Queens also suggests that someone may come on the stage with a bush and lantern and represent the moon sign. One would come here, one of the persons would come there with a lantern and some bush, and that here light of the just moon could present here, could be presented through the lantern. The next problem is to have a wall in the chamber, as Pyramus and Thisbe talk through a chink. What is that chink? Narrow gap, narrow opening. Through that the light enters in the room. That is a chink or hole you can say here, hole. So here chink or a hole in the wall, that was required. Bottom says that some actors will represent a wall, putting what? Putting some plaster. Okay, putting some plaster on himself. He would represent here like a wall, and hold his hand out with the first and second fingers separated from the third and fourth to signify a chink in the wall. That will represent here the chink only, opening, narrow pass through which the light may come. The actors then set about to rehearse the play. Pyramus will begin, and after speaking his lines will go into the hawthorn brake. I have already introduced you what is hawthorn. That is a thorny bush only, and they had decided to go and use that here hawthorn brake there as a green room. At this point, Puck enters the scene. None of the actors see him. When Puck enters there, comes there, nobody just watches him, nobody notices him. Puck wonders who these people are. Puck is here the part of other characters. He is in the fairy group. Oberon, Titania, Puck, they are in that other group. So, he is wondering, just seeing them, those who are performing the rehearsal, who they were. And none of them, none of the actors see him there. Puck wonders who these people are. And Bottom starts speaking as Pyramus. And after that, Bottom starts speaking as Pyramus. So that was what the part of here, this one, that is what here the content of this here story up to page 127. And next part of that I will continue in the next video, and I will conclude the whole play. And no doubt in the classes I explain you here line wise here the dialogue that is here spoken by them. Here I have explained you the content and summary of all that, so that you can understand what is here the theme of this here drama and meaning that they are just really doing there. So thank you, students. Thank you very much for being part of this session. Thank you.